let's get to the big question. Do I regret pharmacy school? Okay, so the short answer to that is no, I don't regret it.
That's my credo. No regrets.
Not even a single letter?
No way.
But there are a couple things I do regret. So as many of you guys might know, or some of you guys might not know, I'm part of a 6-year program where you do 2 years of pre-professional pharmacy prerequisites before pharmacy school, and then 4 years of actual pharmacy school. So it's kind of it's an accelerated program, so you don't have to do the traditional 4 years and then the next 4 years. So straight out of high school, you kind of know where you're headed, right? So when I started my whole pharmacy journey, I guess you can say, I kind of didn't look beyond just pharmacy. So I accepted that I was going to pharmacy school, so I joined pharmacy-related clubs and just did the regular path that everyone was taking. So, I joined all these pharmacy clubs, but what I do regret is, what if I tried joining a couple of clubs that weren't related to my major, right? Like trying to expand a little bit more. If I joined like a film and editing club, a business marketing club, try to learn more on the outskirts. And I feel like in the beginning of pharmacy school, I kind of had tunnel vision of, going down this perfect path of a perfect pharmacy student where they're part of all these clubs. Hey, you might get a position in this club, you'll put it on your resume. And I realized I kind of missed out on the opportunity to maybe even take classes and things that other hobbies and interests that I had. And that would have been pretty cool. So I guess that's something I do regret. And then now, fast forward 4 years in the program, I'm not the same person I was freshman year of the program, and I'm not the same person I was 2 years before the program. So I think I found out a little bit more about myself. So heading into the program, I was kind of leaning towards becoming like a clinical pharmacist, someone who works in the hospital, someone who works in that type of setting, just because I watched a whole bunch of shows like Grey's Anatomy and stuff. And I also went to a healthcare high school where I was deciding between following the pre-med track or pharmacy track. But in terms of who I was as a person, I didn't think I wanted to go through the whole med school route. It's a very long process, and it didn't seem like it was for me. So I fell to pharmacy, and that's where I decided, pharmacy might be the thing that I want to do. So fast forward a couple more years, and I realized, who am I? And how will I fit into the clinical pharmacy aspect as a person? So what I kind of realized was, throughout pharmacy school, you have a lot of different opportunities and different classes that help you realize what you want to do. So what I kind of caught myself really liking was presentation. So a lot of you guys might get nervous when you give presentations and stuff, but when I got dressed up, got suited up, and had to present to a class about a healthcare topic, or had to go to my old high school to present on diabetes, I just felt, that was when I felt the most comfortable, and it just became easy for me. It's just what I wanted to do. I wanted to speak to an audience. I wanted to work with groups, work on projects, and then see it all at the end, like me presenting the project. It's awesome. That's what I like to do. And then soon, with all this YouTube stuff, I guess that doesn't make sense that I like presenting because I'm out here making videos. I started falling in love with, following business trends, seeing how to market myself, seeing how to upload videos in the best way possible. The thing about me is I like figuring things out. Like, I use the internet a lot to figure things out, like designing, doing editing, these like social media marketing things. And then I try to mix that all up together. So I took my knowledge in medicine. That I was always interested in science. I attended a healthcare high school for my whole life, and then I went to pharmacy school because I just enjoyed learning about science. So I was like, what, might be a fit for me. And then as I went through college, yeah, I enjoyed learning about science, but I didn't see myself always being surrounded by that. I didn't want to always just be in a hospital thinking about medication, and then always being around the whole medical field and stuff. It just wasn't for me. Like, I don't think I want to work in a hospital, and I guess that's why it's good I didn't follow the whole pre-med track either. But I think what a lot of people don't understand is the beauty of pharmacy, in a sense of you could figure out as your personality of who you are where you want to go within pharmacy. I'm not saying it's easy. Like, by no means, obviously, there's a lot of competition. You're gonna take pay cuts when you do residencies, things like that. But for me, it was like, hey, if I enjoyed clinical pharmacy, I would have tried my best to go into clinical. But I think I need more experience to say I want to go into industry, but that's what I'm leaning towards right now, just because I feel like that's who I am as a person and where I would strive and prosper the best. So right now I'm really looking into industry. This whole field of pharmaceutical marketing has blown my mind, guys. I'm taking the elective right now, and the class is just so interesting. It feels like it clicks. It's like something I want to learn about. So going into the pharmaceutical industry, now I'm just ranting, but I plan on, you know, if I do continue on with this whole business mindset, maybe getting my MBA, because that can be very useful in the pharmaceutical industry. If you're watching all of that, I realize I ranted for almost 6 minutes straight. Sorry about that, guys. I'm sorry if I strayed off topic. But I think a big thing you can get out of this is, you know, although I said, yeah, I don't regret pharmacy, I still have things to figure out, guys. My whole plan on pharmacy and everything, I still have these little gaps where I have to figure out what I want to do exactly, pinpoint exactly what type of career I want to go into, but that all comes with experience I'm going to gain, and then from there I can build on what I want to do. But other than that, let's continue on with our daily vlog. And your boy's up for a new day. Ooh, the light's hitting. Ooh-wee. I just got my blood taken for quantiferon to check my immunity for rotations. So for pharmacy school, you have to do a couple of different things. So you have to get a drug test done, a background check, but you also have to check your immunity to certain diseases like hepatitis, tuberculosis, things like that. So you basically just go to the health center and get that done. But yeah, I'm not too scared of needles or anything like that. So it wasn't too terrible. But the guy who was taking my blood was amazing at it. So.
Chug,
horizontally, Krisha.
Wait.
Ready?
Are you gonna walk? Can you multitask?
Alright, ready?
You're not in the sun.
Alright, 3, 2, 1.
Chug. Weak. Ew.
Disappointed in myself, but I'll do better next time. And now, before you guys watch the next clip, just to clarify some things, it was April Fool's Day, technically yesterday, and there's something called when you ice someone. So a drink, there's a bottle drink called Smirnoff Ice, and you hide it in odd places or regular places where normal people would use, like a drawer or something, and then if they find it, they have to get on one knee and drink the whole bottle. So I ended up hiding the bottle, and then I asked my friend to go microwave some food.
Everybody likes making videos more. Unbelievable. Yeah.
Ice! April Fools! You gotta drink it. You gotta drink it. You got to. Dubby, you have to. Dubby.
Open the microwave.
Yeah, get out my knee.
You have to have next.
Dubby. She feels so embarrassed. I got her.
She's a little embarrassed.
She's so embarrassed.